Have you ever heard anyone say something like, French people are good at cooking, or Americans are stupid? You probably already recognize these claims as stereotypes. But what exactly is a stereotype? And why does stereotyping matter? Let's explore stereotypes to find out more. A stereotype is where a person acts like a whole group of people are all the same in some particular way, even if they're not. For example, saying Americans are stupid is a stereotype. All the 300 million people in America each have a different level of intelligence. Even if some people in America are stupid, it's not true to say in general Americans are stupid. And it's still a stereotype even if it's mostly true. For example, even if it were true that most French people are good at cooking, it would still be a stereotype to say French people are good at cooking. That's because it's confusing what's usually true with what's always true. That would be an example of the fallacy of accident. Check out our video on that fallacy to delve deeper into that topic. It's also confusing what can be true of individuals with what can be true of a whole group. Check out our video on the fallacies of composition and division to learn about that error. But knowing about stereotyping is not just about being pedantic. Stereotyping has important real-world consequences. Suppose you're a member of a group that lots of other people have a stereotype about. Maybe you're called Jack, and there's a stereotype that people who've ever been called Jack are thieves. What this means is that lots of people will treat you as a thief just because you're called Jack, even if you haven't ever stolen anything. They will do things like not give you a job or try to have you put in prison just because of your name. That will cause you serious harm without any real benefit to anyone else. Doing this will also take away your autonomy. If how people treat you depends on something that you can't change, such as the name your parents gave you, rather than your own actions, you lose control over your life. And that's really harmful. It also means that nobody called Jack has any incentive not to be a thief. After all, if people are going to treat you as a thief even if you don't steal things, what benefit is there to you in not stealing? If lots of people called Jack follow this incentive, it will make it true that more people who are called Jack are thieves, which might make people more likely to believe the stereotype. That's why it's really important not to act on stereotypes, even if they're currently true of most people. It takes away people's control over their own lives and takes away their reason to defy the stereotype. In other words, even if the assumption is likely to be true, the cost of being wrong is so high that it's not worth taking the risk of the mistake. Check out our video on reasoning about uncertainty to learn more about that topic. Even positive stereotypes, such as that French people are good at cooking, can be a real problem. Imagine that you have this stereotype and hire Pierre here to be a chef in your restaurant, assuming that he must be a good cook because he's French. If it turns out that he's actually not very good at cooking, that will probably harm your business, but it will also harm other people, such as the people who are competing with Pierre to be a chef. It takes away their autonomy too. They can't be a chef just by what they do in life, so they've no incentive to learn how to be better at cooking. All stereotypes can be harmful, but stereotypes are most harmful when lots of people have the same stereotype. That's because usually one individual doesn't have much power. If only one person believes that everybody called Jack is a thief, people called Jack can just find a job with someone else. But if nearly everybody believes this, then Jacks don't have many choices in life. That's why lots of places around the world have discrimination laws to stop people acting on common stereotypes, for example, about people with a particular skin color or of a particular sex. Before those laws were introduced, it was really difficult for women, for example, to get certain types of jobs, because lots of people had stereotypes of women not being good at them. So to avoid the harm that stereotyping can do, always be rigorous in treating everybody as an individual. Even if you have a good idea about what a person is probably like based on what group that person is in, never believe that the stereotype is true of a person without evidence specific to that person. Always give people the chance to defy the stereotype. Remember, someone one day might stereotype you. Have you come across any examples of stereotyping lately? If you have, let us know in the comments. Click the like button, share to let other people know about stereotyping, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one.